Oops. Call. Two men. One named Rich. That's me.
This is Jermaine. Just got off the toilet.
He's a foul man. This is the X's and O's of life.
Huh?
I'm gonna bang a fish.
Never gets old.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. X's and O's. This is a Buffalo Wild episode. A Buffalo Wild Wing episode where we're going to wing it.
Okay, I should have known where that was going. I'm sitting there like...
You knew I had some stupid, goofy shit to say, so we're going to start off with that. I'm going to start off with, remind me in 20 minutes that I got to take this fucking shit out the oven. And that's my first topic, man. You don't realize how valuable or how, like, you don't respect somebody's job or somebody's, what they've done either for you or, you know, what they do until you do it. Me, I'm talking about cooking. Like,
okay.
I mean, all the years.
That was screaming like this is about to be some deep, some crazy, like, yeah, like I did this for my cousin 10 years ago, and then he banged my girl.
No, like, I'm just saying, like, you don't respect. I mean, I was with my ex for 20 plus years.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I get you.
And I would come home from work or wherever, and making food was not really something I had to worry about. I mean, either I will go out to eat and then bring the leftovers home. So after I had a few drinks, motherfucker heat that plate up or something. Or, she would make, food from scratch. And being here alone, living alone, it's like, I mean, it's been, and I even shared this with her. It's been times that it's been like, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock at night. I'm a little tipsy. And I'm like, man, I ain't cooking shit. And then I look around, I'm like, if you don't do it, who the fuck is? Whereas before I'd be like, hey, can you heat me up something more? It's like when you by yourself, it's like, if you ain't cooking, then you ain't eating tonight. Like, there's no other alternative here. You are by yourself. Like, you manage everything. So, just getting here tonight, it was just like, I'm trying something new. I mean, normally, I go to Shop and Save, get the 5 for $25. I get my ground meat, get my chicken and my sausage and pre-made hamburger patties and shit like that. And, I'll get, a bag of chicken patties or a bag of fish. So if I want to make fish sandwiches, like small shit, like I ain't going into deep dive cooking from scratch on the stove, So, was in the grocery store, I think, what was it, Saturday or Monday, one of them days. And I looked at them little Encore meals, those like pre-made, I don't know.
Oh, no.
They're not, great, but at the same time, it's only me, I can doctor it up and make it taste a little bit better. So I looked at, and tonight, I put one in the oven and see how it turned out. But it's just something that, it's just certain, even jobs that, I remember at said job, we would go to like leadership type of cross-functional meetings where we would meet up with, people from different departments, and they would kind of give you a day in the life of, and you had, whereas before you probably was like, man, fuck them in WFO or fuck them in wherever they was at, you know what I mean? But
right.
After you find out what their typical day looks like and how they get to where they're at, and then they sit in your seat, you got a newfound respect for what, people do every day. Like, a lot of people don't understand, small shit like that, like things that you take for granted that you think is just supposed to happen, like garbage men or sewer or stuff like that, people do. And it's like, damn, you don't have a respect for it until you stuck in a situation where you got to do it yourself. Plenty of time.
I know Tiff every year gives the garbage men a gift.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like,
And
shit,
it's
man.
like, man,
She's like, damn. Now I gotta like inflate what I give them because fucking you can't get shit for $15 no more. Yeah.
true, true. Yeah, you can't hand them, you can't shake a $5 bill in their hand no more, and that means something.
Uh-uh.
Whereas in the '80s, that was like, oh shit, five. Now they're like, where the rest of it?
Right. So, we paid off the couch today, which is nice.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize we spent $2,200 on this couch.
Well, I mean, it's a long couch, and I mean, it's got the cup holders and the supposed USB ports, right, and all that shit.
Well, yeah. So the USBs work. The animals just keep unplugging it.
Mm.
It has like the electric kind of lazy boy thing where it like kicks the bottom part out, so you can kind of put your feet up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we just
Don't
we just
utilize that part.
yeah that's like an extra 600 that we didn't need to spend.
Bells
So
and whistles,
yep,
and you ain't using some of the bells or the whistles.
pretty much.
So what's the use of paying extra for them? Yeah.
So now that we paid that off, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give our bed to Ruben, and then we're gonna go buy a Cali King.
Yeah. That's what happens when you pay something off. You just reallocate the funds
Yep.
to something else to start paying off. It's like
Yep.
you almost never get done with it, because my most recent, it's just been living here, period. Like, I finally paid off my car note, and I was just like, okay,
Hey.
I'm done. And then now I'm taking that same money and paying rent. So
Yeah.
it's like, it didn't go nowhere. Actually, I'm spending more. So,
Yeah. So we're actually, and this is another reason why I was really kind of pressing to get the buy this week in fantasy football, because we're taking the puppy to go see Santa Paws on Sunday,
Okay.
and then right next to that place is Bob's, and we're gonna go. We're probably gonna start like looking at beds there to kind of see, because that's where we got the couch from.
Oh, you're talking about Bob's Furniture.
Yeah, and just kind of check it out there, see if there's something that we kind of
But
dig.
you don't know what I just thought. I was like, you mean the place is right next to your boy Bob's house?
I thought about that. And I'm like, wait, hold on.
I was about to say, give him an uppercut for me because
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then me and her are just gonna do something Christmassy. I don't know exactly what, but it's kind of shitty, right? Because it's hard to be married to a sports fan. It is. I feel bad because it's football is Monday, Thursday, Sunday, and then I have the Pens game.
Saturday.
Yeah, and then I have the Pens games, sprinkled in there too. And we only have collectively between us, Sunday is the only day that we have off together, and that's being taken. So, and then, we have Tuesdays and Wednesday nights where I record. So it's kind of like she takes the back seat a lot, and she's okay with it to a degree, but she's kind of like, look,
it's one quarter. I mean, I'm not diminishing y'all, quality time or anything, but it is only one quarter of the year. I mean, the other 3 quarters,
yeah.
I mean, you have an opposition to Sunday. Like, for me, Sundays don't mean a damn thing.
Nope, not at all.
Through September through February. And after that, they don't mean jack shit. Nothing.
Not at all. Nothing.
Nothing
Yeah.
at all.
But I get both sides of it, where it's like, yeah, I mean, but then also there's the other side of it where she usually does all her running around on Saturdays or Sundays. So it's kind of like, even if I wasn't doing anything, are you even here?
If I was free as a bird,
But
like
are you
you would
but are you
probably
doing
be.
that on Sunday because I'm, quote unquote incapacitated? I don't know. But regardless, we're gonna figure out something to do on after we're done with our adult stuff. And
Christmas Eve.
um yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I was like, cool, I got to buy so I can actually like, because I was still gonna
Yeah,
go
because
do
if
the
you had
stuff.
skin in the game,
It's real hard to like pull me away from that.
you can't ignore that. Even if whatever event you're at, even if you're trying to pretend you're interested, every
Right.
little chance you're looking at your phone trying to check the update of the score, going to the bathroom when you ain't got to go to the bathroom.
Right. And then there's the ideology behind it where it's like, well, this is what all the prep was. This was getting my draft right, making all those moves during the year. This is what it led up to. I'm not gonna go look at fucking beds, man. Like, sorry,
Not at the
but
most critical moment of the year, yeah.
right. And I
If
get
you
it. It's
didn't
like,
have to
well,
buy, yeah, like it's like, hey, we're gonna have to taper that one for another day.
and I get it. It's like, well, you're not even playing, so why does it matter? It's like, I I get that, but also fuck you a little bit.
He said a
Like,
little bit.
I mean, yeah, obviously we're not playing, but we're also playing a fantasy game. Like, we it's same idea as if you bet on a game. You know, you're not you have no outcome in the game by watching it, but you want to see what happens. So it's like,
Yes, absolutely. Like I mean, somebody could I mean, you could bet on a certain game, and somebody could easily just update you with the score, but you want to see it go down. I
right,
mean, if somebody tells me that my favorite team, oh, don't worry about it, you ain't got to watch it. They won. I'm like, no, I want to still see how it played out. I want to see what happened, who did what. I want the details. Like you can't just give me a score drive by.
I mean, it would be like, instead of going to a movie, you read the you read the script or the screenplay. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yep. Like they give you everything that they're saying word by word, or even a music. Let's suppose you're listening to a certain album or a song, and they give you the words. That ain't the same as hearing it, and
right,
how certain parts get enunciated, and what notes get carried, and yeah, that's.
because she even made a little little remark. She was like, "Yeah, it's gonna suck for you if you don't get to buy because we have that stuff to do on Sunday." I just looked at her like, "Bitch, you
You
think
better be
so?"
glad. Like, you better be glad we got to buy. That wouldn't have been going no fucking where.
Yeah, I'm like, I would have shit all over the dog's idea. I would have shit over the bed idea, and definitely going to look at some lights or whatever the fuck you want to do. And like, nope, nope, and nope.
He said, nope, nope, and nope. Like I said, man, I had to set that precedence a while back when, you know, I kept getting, pulled and tugged and, hey, let's go do this. And you can't put them stupid games down and go have dinner. And I had to really just put the foot down. I'm like, I asked for one fucking day of the fucking week.
Right.
Would y'all leave me the fuck alone? Like, I mean, I had to, I had to pull the selfish role. Like,
Hey,
hey, man, I'm helping and doing shit for everybody all throughout the week. Y'all can't give me a couple hours in one day? Like, no, hell no. So that's one of those, I ain't gonna say toot your own horn, but it's just one of those where no matter how unselfish you are, certain times, or people will walk all over you, you gotta put your foot down on certain things, man. Like, hey, man, hey, this is something I really enjoy,
right. It's super important to us.
and please allow me that enjoyment. Can I have that? You can enjoy the other 6 days of the week. I want one day. Like, please. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, because I mean, other than the pens, I'm not watching TV at all. Like it just doesn't like to the point where I busted my remote like months and months and months ago, and I watch so little TV that I've yet to go get a new remote because I just don't watch it enough to dictate spending like the 20 minutes to go up South Hills Village.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
silly. But
Non-football season, I have a hard time finding something to watch at night. You know, it's like I don't. I'm searching through stuff. I'm playing old shit, old movies I done seen, DVDs. You know, old series that I might have watched just to waste the time. You know, I can't just sit there and just look at the wall or anything like that. Or, you know, I'm not a. I mean, I'll play games on my phone, but I can only do that for so long. I mean, I don't know. I mean, being here alone, yeah, I do. Well, I mean, because I just watch the show here and there, you know, just to catch up on some things or just to be entertained, you know, sometimes,
right.
you know, drink a little bit. Definitely when you smoke a little bit, you definitely want to watch something entertaining because a commercial was entertaining when you real
Fair.
high. So, yeah, man, but I'm not a big TV. Like right now, my TV is on and it's playing the Dallas and the Eagles game that already took place Sunday night. So, like, when I turn my TV on, I'm watching either reruns of football games or shows leading up to football games, or there's a little fantasy football show I watch. You know, like that's what I did last night after we got done recording. I watched my little fantasy show. You know, I think I watched. That was it. I watched that fantasy show. It took a long time to watch it because I kept pausing it, and there was certain funny shit they were saying. And then I watched a little bit of our. Did I watch? I think I watched our week 14 preview from.
Huh.
Yeah, I think I watched our Saturday show or some of it, and then you know. By that time I looked up, it was like 3:20. I was like, "Ooh, I gotta get my ass." I was like, "Ooh, I gotta get my ass to bed," you know, and I, you know, heated up my little fish sandwiches and.
We got about 2.5 minutes, Bob. By the way.
Oh yeah. About 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not a big TV watcher. So,
yeah,
like right now with said company, I have you know TV and internet, but the minute that Super Bowl is over, I am calling said company.
Deuces.
Cancel the cable. I will keep the
Bye,
internet.
Felicia.
I need the internet just to even work from home and to even pull up, you know, the streaming services on my TV because I got smart. Of course, we all got smart TVs now, and you know, just to be able to pull up Netflix when I want to, or Hulu when I want to, or Disney Plus, you got to have a good, reliable internet connection. So, said company is good for that. So, but that's gonna cut my bill in half.
You know what I almost did for you for Christmas? I almost I was gonna I was gonna buy you a couch.
No, I'm good. That is my hot buttons. I mean, in here, I got to get my couch, dining room table, and a sweeper. And after I get all that, I ain't impressed with all the, you know, I ain't gonna be up there hanging pictures and man, I'm a fucking single bachelor type shit. Like I don't need all the fancy shit. I do need a couch though. You know, because I do find myself, I got like the little lawn chairs or, you know, that sit in front of the TV. But sometimes when I'm like after watching those 1:00 games and then 4:00 go around, you know me, I start getting a little sleepy pants.
Yeah.
And then I can't fall asleep in the chair. So I sometimes, you know, I put my little blanket out and pillow and
listen,
lay on
I'd
the
be
floor
old.
and watch the TV. Yeah.
Listen, I fucking old man fall asleep now. Like I fucking pull a U a lot now. I'm just like, oh shit, what happened? I fucking nodded off.
Yeah.
What were you doing? I don't know. I don't know what I was doing.
It's like the excitement leads up to it, and you get so goddamn excited, and then you like wear yourself out a little bit.
No, my dude, I'm talking about a regular ass fucking Wednesday and shit.
Oh shit, not even a Sunday.
just like.
I definitely get that when I have to wake up early, like on a Monday, and then
Go to
I
your
come
oven.
home.
Get your oven.
Oh yeah.
Look, I don't care how old you are. Um, naps are the best. Absolutely the best. Especially if you got animals too. Oh yeah. Oh god, I wish he would have took us with us. Took us with him. He's gonna come back with two fingers gone. Oh, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. What are we at? Like what? 12 days away now? Yeah, it's 12 days away. Hopefully, you guys got all your Christmas shopping done here. I keep saying I'm done, but then Amazon keeps calling me like, "Hey, what's up?" And I go down the Amazon road, spend some money I don't have. That's what Christmas is about. I think the last episode we were talking about um, kind of our holiday likes and dislikes, and my number one was giving stuff, and it's it's a funny hard thing because I fall victim to keep wanting to give stuff, and then I piggyback off Jermaine's idea where you start to
Give me
oh
15
hey
more minutes. So they told me to take off the film and then put it back in there 15 minutes. So we're at 22, 32, 37.
damn motherfucker, you were better off actually cooking shit.
Yeah, it was like put it in the oven, 375, 50 minutes, and then it said pull the film off, stir it up, put it back in for another 15. And then it's
I'll
done.
tell you what.
Chicken Alfredo.
Oh, gross. So I'll tell you what we made. So since I'm actually taking care of the diabetes now, we're changing up the whole kind of script on how we do food. And we did this about a week and a half ago, and it was fire. And we did it again. It's a crock pot deal, but
Okay.
basically you put some chicken titties in a crock pot.
He said chicken titties.
Yeah, because we're politically correct up in this bitch.
Chicken titties.
Mm-hmm. And you put about like a teaspoon. Yeah, no, it's more.
Tablespoon.
It's like a teaspoon and a half of minced garlic, some paprika, some rosemary, some thyme, some sage, some olive oil. I prefer to do the whole smaller.
Thyme. What is that? THYME? Like thyme or some shit like that?
Yeah. Is it thyme or thyme? I don't know.
No, I think it's time. I think you say it like time, but it's spelled like
it's
fine.
spelled weird.
Yeah.
You throw some. I like the little the red, the little red small potatoes that are just kind of almost like bite size. Yeah. So you just cut them up, kind of in like quarters. You throw them in there. You throw in some carrot medallions, and you cook it on high for about 6 hours. And what happens is all the kind of the juices kind of start seeping out, and they just kind of collaborate and fucking do their whole thing.
I know, like another Chappelle reference where he'd be like, where the thing go in the toilet and all the enzymes that collaborate.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was fucking Redman that did that.
Yeah, he was. Okay. She was like, "Well, how does it work?" And he was like, "You just put the enzymes and all this collaborating shit."
Oh man, fucking national treasure.
Oh shit!
But how it ends up it ends up coming out where, nothing disintegrates, which is always a good thing. It's not a soupy thing or anything like that because there's not a
It
lot
sounds
of
like a chicken pot roast because I know my ex used to do like a
yeah.
she would buy
Actually,
a pot
that's
roast and put like the carrots and the fucking
listen.
potato and the celery.
That's the first time we had. I'm like, yo, this is like legitimately a chicken roast,
Yeah,
and so like the chicken, it doesn't pull apart, but it could pull apart. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It doesn't. It's not shredded, but
If
like
you
it's
pull it,
real close.
it's real nice and juicy
Yeah,
and it's workable,
yeah.
easy to tear apart.
Because you
Yeah.
said you have a crock pot, right?
Yep. Yep.
Look, I will legitimately send you the recipe. It takes like the prep is like a minute. Like you just chuck it in there, put it on high, and keep it the fuck moving.
Let the crock pot do the work.
Like it could straight be a Sunday meal for you, where you just put it up in the morning, and then just have it by midway through the late games. But
Yeah,
yeah,
nowadays I like make meals and because it's just me, it's a 2 day or maybe even a 3 day meal. So
shit, you could,
it
you know
works.
what you could even do, honestly, because how your sleep schedule is, you could legitimately do this right before you go to bed. Wake up because the crock pot automatically shuts off. I mean, well, maybe it depends on what you have, but
Yeah,
we have the digital one, and then it goes to warm after it's done cooking, so it doesn't like do anything crazy. But yeah, I mean I used to do that when I lived alone, man. I used to
yeah.
use the fuck out of the crock pot because I, the last thing you want to do is like cook before work or cook after work. Fuck that. I'm all
Yeah.
set.
That's
Um,
why I come home from work. It's like I hurry up and before I even get relaxed, I hurry up and like take my shirt off. Well, not my shirt, my coat and everything off. And I wash my hands and I hurry up and prep it and get
yeah,
it ready. And then after I have a few, then I just kind of finish it off like a kind of like a reheat type
yeah,
process. That
yeah.
way I'm not moving around doing too much, hammered, falling all over the place. Shit.
Right.
But
And the good thing about this meal, like it's you add some salt to it, as you go to kind of like see how it goes. You don't have to stir it. You don't have to do anything with it. It just does percolates and does whatever it does. But um, it has like an old timey taste to it, which is a weird thing to say, but like it just but it
got,
sticks you because
got a little.
essentially it's meat and potatoes. Like meat potatoes, you get a veggie, keep it, you're good, you're done.
It's almost got like a little grandma feel to it, huh? Like a grandma
Yeah.
put it together. He said, "Old timey."
Well, listen, I'm basically banging an 80-year-old, so yeah, that's kind of.
You silly as hell. And so
I'm
he said
not.
that
Yeah,
crock pot shuts off on its own. So
yeah.
that brings me to another topic that I almost like. It kind of reared its head with today, where someone had called into my current company and they were trying to make a $12,000 payment through the IVR. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable making a payment that huge
Uh.
without a human being, but they were prepared to do it. And then it just brought me to my experience with your said company where I had a problem and I couldn't get through the IVR to speak to a person because it kept looping me and I fucking snapped. So what is like what is too much automation to you? And do you see a future where I mean, like, I don't think it could ever get to all automation because of motherfucker. I mean, these IVRs nowadays with these companies, man, I swear they'll make a motherfucker do a drop kick out the window. Yo, I mean, seriously. So what is what do you feel is the pros behind the automation, and mainly, of course, we know the cons, but what are the two biggest P's for you on that shit?
That's a good one. That's a good question. So strangely enough, I already have an answer kind of locked and loaded in for that. Um, so you're burning the candle at both ends. It is an absolutely necessary evil, especially if you're part of a big company with a lot of departments and then subgenre departments. Because you essentially that automated system is to route you to where you need to go. And that accomplishes two things. Most, service reps, they are metric based. They're metric measured, and per call that comes in, depending on what you know section or sector of the workforce that you're in, it'll determine what those metrics are. If you're in tech support, then you need to have a resolution kind of metric. If you're in billing, you need to have revenue saving, whatever. So
yeah, and that said job, it was definitely like your KPIs, or for those people that don't know what KPIs means, key performance indicators, are based off of what the customer selects in the IVR, and it tells you whether that call is supposed to be a technical support call, a billing call, a blah, 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 even though it could be human error where the customer could have pressed tech support just to get to somebody in billing, but that said representative's metrics are based on how the
right.
customer typed into the IVR or answered the questions from the automated system.
And the problem with that is they make the metrics in such a way for most companies where there is that wiggle room for that human error.
Yeah, a gray area. Yep. That's why the metric wouldn't be, we expect you to be at 100%. It might be set at 70%. So 70% of your calls are supposed to be a certain category. And if they're not, then you kind of step outside the outlier or the parameter. Like, what are you doing wrong? That's why it's not at 100%. Same thing with, they call ITGs, but I can't remember what that means. But yeah, same thing with, every call you have every call you have doesn't require you to troubleshoot. So you can't say that 100% of my calls is going to be troubleshooting. You have to allow me a buffer, or like you said, a gray area type of thing, to be able to say, this was, like you said, a human error, or this was just routed to me incorrectly.
Here's the problem. The corporate shills, they don't understand that. They don't realize
that people, big wigs up in some room, and they are maybe 5-6 different levels removed from the front line, and they're setting the parameters and the standards, and they have no idea of how to attain such standards. They just get in the room, we're gonna do it, and they clap hands and they high five, and they say these are the rules, not knowing how attainable or unattainable said goals are.
Well, here's the two problems. People are smarter now, and they know how to bypass these systems, at least to a degree. And they will do whatever they need to do to get a hold of someone, which, one, more than likely will hurt your numbers because it ends up being something that you either can't handle or it's not in your, pay grade.
Yeah.
And that is insane. That's insanely frustrating when you're a metric measured based company. But on the customer side, a lot of these things are automated and they're built for self-service, which not everyone is okay with. And not all these automated systems are made alike. Some of them you can just hit 0. Some of them you can say agent. Some of them you can't do that. You need to say what you need to say, but you don't know exactly what you need to say because there isn't like a blueprint or algorithm, there for it. So a long answer to a short question. It's never going to be 100. It's never going to be 100%, but
I'm just saying, the reason why, like, it seemed like we've been just talking cons of it. My thing is, what do you appreciate now that you don't have to speak to a representative? Like, if I want to pay my motherfucking bill online, I appreciate being able to do that without waiting on hold and speaking to somebody, and so that you can't say it's 100% a problem.
Oh no! I was getting to the good parts.
Okay.
So yeah, it alleviates probably about 60% of your call flow that would come in normally. That alleviates 60% of it. So that leaves you with 40% of people that either just are fucking stupid, are lazy, or
Or you just
actually
got the
have
old fashioned, like you got people just like, all they needed to do was something really simple that they really could have did online, and they just said, I don't feel comfortable with that. I mean, when the whole online thing came, I remember I was still fucking taking out money orders and getting envelopes with stamps and putting in bills and shit in the mail. That shit got so antiquated. It was like I'm sick of doing that. And then I just, I thought I was Mr. Old School. Man, I don't trust my information online. And then I did it one time in the crunch. It was like the bill was due in like 2 days. I didn't have time to get it in the mail and all that bullshit. And I just did it. And then from that point on, it's been so convenient, so easy to just pull it up, put your shit in. You got to trust it. You can't sit there and not trust it because you're going to drive yourself crazy.
Listen, whether you're online or not, you have an online footprint. And if somebody wants to get into your stuff, they will get into your stuff. Like it or not, they're kiddos. Sorry, it happens. I will say this though, the other good part about the automation, and it sounds really, really bad, but fuck you guys. The generation that needs that doesn't like the automation, they're literally and figuratively dying off.
Yep. It is a new consumer out there. It really is.
And honestly, it's say it this way, good. You need to
I didn't
evolve.
say that, y'all. He did.
Listen, you need to evolve with the times. You can't just sit there and kick it old school. Well, I'm gonna die on.
Yeah, but those are the same grandmas and grandpas that sit there. They have selective retardation as far as like they have selective. I'm helpless because if they got their own little phone and they want to pull up a little Facebook or pull up a picture, they'll find
sure as fucking do that, can't
get that done. But they are completely stupid when it's time to pay their bill online. Like, yeah, so you have selective helplessness.
I think the automation stuff, in the grand scheme of life, it's very, very good. It's needed. It's necessary. It saves you time as long as you slow the fuck down. And if you are going to call and use an automated IVR, shut up and listen to it. Don't just keep pressing buttons. Well, I want this. I want. It doesn't care what you want. It's going to. It's like going to. It's like going to Burger King. Hey, can I get a pizza, motherfucker? We don't got pizza on the menu. Look at the menu. But I want a pizza. Then go to a fucking pizza place. Stupid.
Just the convenience of it. Even the grocery store, Walmart. How much more do you appreciate them self-checkout lines?
Yeah, because it's so much quicker. I'm like, I don't gotta wait for you to do this or fucking Granny Smith to be.
Yeah, and for her to her card don't work, and they gotta call somebody and they get on the intercom. Could you come to the front? And you're behind them, like, man, I just want to get the fuck out of here. All I got is a fucking a pack of Red Bulls here, and I'm trying to get out the line. You got $900 worth of groceries, and you have a problem at the counter. Like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and there's people like, oh, well, it takes away the jobs from the people. I'm like, first of all, nobody wants those fucking jobs. Why do you say that?
Any of those people that tell you they want those jobs, they're just telling you the company answer you want to hear because they don't want.
Right. Well, so what's that going to mean? Does that mean they're just going to take everyone out of stores? That would be fucking super, actually. That would be great. So no one comes up to me. Do you need anything? Nah, motherfucker. I've been shopping before. I'm all set. If I need you, I will seek you. Until then, earn your $12 an hour and go fuck yourself. Thank you.
He said, earn your $12. You'll have
it. That's mean. I'm super anti. If I'm busy, leave me the fuck alone. Like if I'm eating, I'm at a restaurant and you come by, hey, is everything fine?
Oh, so you hate that. when like the manager or somebody come past and they say, "How's everything going?" or whatever. You hate that?
You've
I hate
seen
when I go into a clothing store and before I can even, this is some being black shit. Before I can even get my foot across the line to get into the store, can I help you? Can I help you pick anything out? I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck y'all got. Can you give me a second to get in the store and take a look at it? And these motherfuckers, hurry up and buy, hurry up and buy.
You walk in, they're like, boy, you lost.
We don't like your kind around here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if I'm like, I will. You've seen my look. You've seen that look I have when I'm just fucking irritated. I just like it's a level of annoyance and just insurmountable rage, and that's what I know they're just doing their job. I get it, and like I don't want to be, and I'm trying to be softer about it, but I'm just like, leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, you got a point where if there was a problem, you best believe my hand would go up. Like, oh, This is not done, or it doesn't taste
But
right.
I also know they're paying for, or I'm sorry, they're working for tips though too. So I get it because it just takes that one fucking cunt that's like, she didn't ask me if I needed water. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, I've been out with some of the most prissiest motherfuckers that this is that. And oh my God, the service here. And I'm looking at them like, what did you thought they was going to wash your feet at the table, bitch?
Motherfucker, this is Eaton Park.
Yeah.
It is Eaton Park, and it is 4 in the fucking morning.
You thought they were going to wash your feet at the table. Like, you want them to wipe your ass too? Like, come on, man. But food places, restaurants, I don't trust. Like when something is not done properly or something, I just suck it up and like I'm gonna take it home and cook it to my liking. I don't. When you send it back, it's an insult to the chef. It's an insult to whoever, and it's not coming back right. It's spit on or dropped or some shit has been. They farted all over it or some shit. When I get food, I remember I had to tell my ex and tell my kids. Like they was like, "Oh well, this steak ain't done." I'm like, I was like,
I'll shut the fuck
y'all
up.
I was like, take it home and do whatever either they make it completely new or motherfucking you take that shit home. Don't send them the same and then let them bring the same one back out. Even if you get it new, it's skeptical. Like, it's like,
right.
I don't know. I don't trust no food like
that. You
that.
have to understand how much an hour are these people making?
Recognize your surroundings, recognize your audience, and know who you're playing.
Right? Do you think these people are really like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. Let me go ahead and not drag my balls across your fucking steak.
Soon as they're like, okay, we'll bring it back out. I'm telling you, soon as that server gets through those foldy doors that go flapping doors that go both ways, the first thing, this fucking asshole said the shit ain't done. And they all chime in together.
They got codes. They got codes. They're like, yo, we got a code orange right now. We got a code orange.
He said we got a code orange. He said he probably got like one of those little horns in the back, like, boop! And that means motherfucking everybody fucked this shit up.
Listen, they got a code orange. They're like, yo, get Big Miguel out here. Damn, it's a Miguel situation.
He said, get Big Miguel out here. Big Miguel lift up his underarm, wipe across it, slap that shit across your steak.
Big Miguel don't even work there. Big Miguel's some motherfucker's cousin.
He said he don't even work there.
Big Miguel is in the efficiency upstairs above the restaurant. Like they just throw Miguel a text. They don't throw him a text. He has a beeper.
He said, get Big Miguel out here. He said he don't even work there.
Yeah, those people that do that, they deserve exactly what they get. Like,
yeah,
look,
I don't trust the restaurant.
I get it. Like, if something is like super fucked up, like what? Here's my thing, and this has always been a silly thing for me. I don't care how many times you've been to somewhere or whatever. They bring out your stuff. You're like, yo, you completely fucked this up. Fix it. It's like, why would you want them to fix it? Just bounce the fuck out and go somewhere else. And then
Oh no, I'm not gonna pay for it. Like you said, I don't want them to. I don't want them to go back and fix it. Like, as far as the meal wise, I want them to fix my bill. Like, hey, I'm not paying for this. Hey, most of the time they say you could just go ahead and keep that, and I go home and do whatever I need to do to it. But if they take it back, I don't give a fuck. Just I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it.
And it's always been funny to me too when people are like, "Oh, this is horrible service." And then you talk to your manager and whatever, and then they're like, the resolution is like, "Oh, well, we can give you a gift certificate," and they're like, "Oh, yeah, okay." It's like, wait, why would you want a gift certificate to a place that had horrible
just
service?
fucked up this shit at the beginning anyway? Yeah. I don't want to come back here. Just take it off my bill and we'll keep moving.
Yeah. But anyway, just circle back here to the whole automation thing. Yeah, it's going to keep growing. It's going to keep growing. There's always going to be a necessity for the human element part of it. But it's going to be harder and harder to get a hold of people because so many things can be handled without talking to people. And until
people are expanding to the text message, like now it's not even just computer to computer. It's well, your smartphone is a computer in your pocket. So I mean, everything is going the way of automation and text messaging.
It should.
Mm-hmm.
It should. Like, we have more things going on. We're busier. We don't have as much time as people believe that they do. There's always 9 other things you're doing at once. So, if you get like a quick, break, like let's say you had a issue with a bill or something or whatever, instead of waiting on hold to talk to some, whoever, you can literally just text an agent or text a bot to get whatever needs to be cleared up. And then if it doesn't need that, then okay, I actually need to have a conversation with someone to get this thing taken care of, which is fine. But what people forget, and I tell people this is my job, why can't I just hit 0 and talk to somebody? Because if you had the ability to do that, everybody would do that. And you know what would happen? You would wait 3 hours to talk to someone, and that's not hyperbole. You would wait 3 hours to talk to someone.
At the same time, I mean, the technology that was put in place becomes obsolete because the whole reason why you put it as an automated option was for people to use it. But if you could just skip right through it and not use it, then it has no purpose, really. So, like you said, I mean, but I don't know. My thing was I was having a problem where I didn't have power at all to said device. It was like, I know how to troubleshoot. I used to work there. I know what I'm doing. And it was just turn. I ain't motherfucking behind the scenes and rerouting routers and doing all that bullshit. Basic troubleshooting and all that bullshit.
Right.
Hooking up TVs and shit like that. Yeah. I mean, when it gets to the computers and the modems and it's probably a little bit too complex, or I don't even care to even fucking care. So
neither do I.
But when it's a TV, I mean, I've been hooking up Nintendos and Ataris and Segas and PlayStations and fucking all my life. So I know how to do that shit, but it was no power. And the automated system just kept saying, okay, we have reset your device. Please wait 10 minutes, and just banged on me. I'm like, what?
This company.
I'm not waiting 10 minutes for a device that's not coming on. Like, it was just crazy. But
there's the bad part with this individual company's IVR, because
it said wait 10 minutes, and when that reset process happens, we'll give you a call back or we'll check with you back. And I'm like, no, I just want to schedule something.
It's the weirdest kind of, hypocrite thing. Not hypocrite. It is too smart for its own good that it almost breaks through the wall to be stupid. Because for something like that, So it should be able to recognize certain things that are going on, and it's supposed to, and it does. But then certain things it doesn't. So if you can see that you don't have power, it
There was
should
no
be able to
power getting to the device, and it was just that this kept telling me that we see that you're offline. We have reset your device, and
And
that
those are
takes
two
about
different
10
things.
minutes.
There's-
We will call you back, and I'm like, no! I called like 4 times trying to just get to somebody, or at least letting the automated system give me an option to schedule an appointment. Like, stop trying to tell me that you've done the necessary troubleshooting when it's simply no. And then when the technician got here, he checked everything. He was just like, "Yeah, this device just completely conked out." And I was just like, "Yeah, I knew that. I used to work there. Like, I mean, I'm not fucking stupid. Like to the point where I don't know how to put power into a box, and then there's no light. Like, just totally short circuited or some shit.
right.
Insane."
And that's I hear that on a regular basis, and I agree with a lot of the people that come through because of certain things like that are blatant. Yeah, like yours. I don't have power. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. He's like, yeah, I probably just need to get something new. I'm like, yeah, you probably fucking do. And the system had them reset it like twice and then banged on them, and it's.
And then, of course, I got a call from after I had my appointment scheduled. It was scheduled for a Sunday morning. I was like, as long as y'all get out here before the football game start, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about Saturday because I think it happened on a Friday night. And I just used my Xfinity stream on my TV, so I was still watching TV. So I didn't really care about the box itself. I was just like, make sure you get your asses out here before the motherfucking NFL games come on. So I had like a 10 to 12 that Sunday. But sure enough, that Saturday, got a call from Claude overseas. He was like, "We have done some additional advanced troubleshoot, and we think we have fixed problem." I'm like, "No, you didn't. There's no power getting to the device." He's like, "Well, can you try again?" And I was like, "Oh my God." And I was just like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, I tried, man. It's not coming on." He's like, "Well, we think you should keep appointment." I know. I'm keeping it. And he was like, "Well, you can go to center and switch." I said, "No, I'm not close to any, and I'm not traveling anywhere. Send them out here." God damn. Yep. So, I mean, it is what it is, but damn, here we are, 52 minutes. My last topic.
Oh shit! Did you go do your stuff, your food?
Oh yeah, I'm done. I already pulled it up.
Oh, okay.
Dang, that didn't sound right. I already pulled it out.
I don't know what that means.
You ain't pulled out in fucking years.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't think I've ever actually done that.
So it was either condom or bust, or you just didn't just.
What the fuck's a condom?
So you just was like sloppy pants, like.
Yep, and it to win it, goddammit. If not, there's always stairs around. I'm sorry, that was wrong.
No, he said there's stairs around.
Oh.
Yo,
Yeah.
so last little thing, because I don't know how long you want this to go, but I'm about spent 53, about an hour. So I want you to complete this sentence.
Oh, okay.
Suppose you, I mean, I hate to say that, but suppose you pass. And then tomorrow you got to preach your own funeral. From childhood to mid-years to now, how would your eulogy go? Here lies a man. What would you want to be detailed, pertinent information that people said, or that at least remembered you by?
Well, I was gonna go silly, but now I'm like, well, you know what? Let's actually end on a serious note. All right. So, preferably, I would like it to say, a fella that made some mistakes, learned from his mistakes, tried to be good. Just tried to be good to people, put out good energy, wanted the best for those around him, and, just tried to, I guess, instill values of, I guess, of the olden years in those around him. It's, I don't know, just, I guess if you want to shorten it, just someone that tried to someone that tried to put out better than what was given to him.
Excellent. For a guy that has no topics, I sure threw some whoppers on you, didn't I?
I like it. And I was talking to Angelica, and I was like, yeah, I've been so busy fucking shopping and buying Christmas stuff. I don't have much to really like talk about. And I was like, I don't really have anything to really kind of go with. And I was like, yeah, you know what? We always figure it out. Let's just go. And like you said, like I said, this is how this whole thing started. So.
Yeah, so mine, I would say, here lies a child of 5, youngest child of 5, grew up pretty poor, but very family oriented man. Like you said, made some mistakes, wanted to rectify the mistakes, had some pretty harsh times, learned some pretty harsh lessons, and try to treat people the way they want to be treated, or try to get along with as many people as possible. But he did have some altercations with a few people. um, just have a good heart at nature, but got a good heart that can get ugly. So it's like one of those things where it's like, if I like you, I really like you. But if you if you show me a different way to put you in a box or to dismiss you, I will to the fullest extent.
We are definitely fully alike in that nature.
Yeah.
Look, I haven't talked to my biggest fan in like 6 months. I'm fully fine with it.
I just couldn't understand the haters ball that was going on constant.
I mean,
his name was Buck Nasty. hate that mother.
fully.
Damn. But yeah, kind of life ain't complete. It's not written. Hopefully I got a happy ending chapter, but that's what I would say at this point, Definitely a family oriented type of person. I'm real close knit with my family. We're not as close as we would like to be, but family first type of guy. I'm there first, whenever something happens or we all have to come together for some type of, family event or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't say the same thing about my one brother. All the rest of my family, we all kind of stay close knit, but my one brother he just stays isolated. He's just one of those people that isolates himself from everybody else.
Well, the good thing about those type of folks is either it's better for everyone or there's always time to turn it around. Like, it may not be the most comfortable, but it's not like you're necessarily ostracized from the family. It's
It
like,
just reminds me of that, like now, it's like it's been a long time. I want to say it's probably 6 months, almost going on to a year. Usually we would text here and there, hey man, just want to say I love you, whatever. But he hasn't even done that. So it just reminds me, I'm gonna just get on my screws and be the bigger person because he's one of those grudge takers. Like he'll take a grudge to the grave. So you got to step out and be the bigger person or the bigger man, and kind of like let your pride down to show him that I want you to be in my life. Like, come on, man, you my brother. Like, what the hell? So I'm gonna get on the screws with that tomorrow. Appreciate the podcast and just get me going in that direction.
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and I've found that on the rare occasions where me and well, pun intended, me and Tiff have a tiff. Um, we used to do this childish thing where neither one of us would talk. We would just sit there, and I realized that it doesn't solve anything. It's one of those deals where it's like, okay, let's be angry for a little bit and let's figure it out. And okay, me
I've
sitting here,
seen, I ain't gonna say I've seen, but I've heard, and you've seen examples of marriages going completely sour behind some shit like that. Like,
yeah,
where they stay mad at each other and they never find a reconciliation. And it's like, I don't know. It's like each fight that they have gets larger and larger, and then the time that they make up the gap gets longer and longer, and then eventually you're living with somebody you don't even fucking know.
right. And that's why I'm just like, I'll sit and I'll like, all right, then I'll just like, okay, look, this is dumb. What are we
Yeah.
doing? Like, let's just move past this. And it's like, yeah, okay, then everything is fine. But it's never fun because you do swallow your pride, like you said. Like
But do you find yourself being a little bit more cooperative as you get older? Whereas 10 years ago, you'd have been like, fuck you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
because it's just like, what am I
Well,
doing?
as you
Like
get
I'm
older, we already talked about on plenty of podcasts where we was like, as you get older, the moments get more precious. So it's
yeah,
like, I don't have time to do this dumb shit. You know what I
right.
mean?
Like I just don't have the energy. Like it is costing me time and emotions just stewing over this for what? For what? Like
What
it
point are
is
you
the
proving?
it means nothing. So
Good shit.
yeah, I can't wait. So to put this out here, um, your Christmas plans, like what do you has that solidified at all for you or
Uh, no, not really. I mean, I'm probably gonna take you up on your offer again, pretty
good?
much.
Well, you need to because you have gifts to open, and I want you to be here for when we like do all the prezzies. So, um, it is on a Monday. So,
There it is. It's weird.
um, what are the chances that you'd be willing to be up at an early hour?
What do you mean, like AM, like super
Yeah.
early? Yeah, like kids early. Ooh.
Well, I mean, the kids are not like, oh my God, Santa. It's not like that, but
Uh,
I would say probably getting you at like 9 or 10.
Tough one. I might have to exercise the Uber option for myself. I understand y'all gonna open up everything and be done, but I don't know, man. I can't tell you. I really can't. I have to be like there that Sunday night before. Okay.
Which, I mean, you were absolutely more than welcome to do that as well.
Oh, you saying stay over Sunday night? Okay.
Yeah, if you wanted to, yeah.
That probably makes more sense than just getting up and trying to travel early in the morning.
Because it is a Sunday. Yeah, why don't we just do that?
That sounds good. Sunday night, yeah.
Okay. We can, like, give each other, like, reach arounds or something. I don't know.
Like I'm giving you your gift tonight.
Fucking delicious.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. Chew on that. See if that makes sense for you. Because that's if it was during the week, obviously that'd be more difficult. But
Yeah.
that's kind of just that script writes itself a little bit.
Yeah. That sounds better than hey. get up, get all ready, ready to go. Like, I mean, I'm not an AM person.
Right.
If I'm already in the vicinity, that's as simple as just rolling over like, hey.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Well, it was a fun episode, man. I like the whole. I think we should do that a little bit more often. Just kind of really shoot from the hip.
Yeah, like shoot from the ankle. I mean, like I told you, like just improv. I mean, this is how we started on the couch, just
Uh-huh.
improving the hell out of it.
Because it's not like we didn't have good stuff to talk about. Like we just did what we normally would do. Just kind of started with something that was on one of our heads, and then it just went in and out, zoomed in and out, and all that.
Two men having a conversation that just happens to be recorded.
Yeah. And we didn't do a draft, but you know what? I think the last episode was fully. The whole episode was a draft. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yep. That's,
I would say don't eat the yellow snow.
he said, "Don't eat the yellow snow."
Don't do it.
Probably don't want to do that. And keep your automation on. I guess that would probably be the title of this one because I guess that was the bulk of what we talked about, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Automatic.
This podcast is automatic. Boom. Right there. Got it. And cats are fucking parkour and shit. What is happening?
All right. Catch everybody. We'll
On
see you
Tuesday.
on the Exodus next week if we can, and then we got the football on Tuesday, and that's the all-encompassing episode.
Oof.
Hopefully, I'm talking with a win, but
Oof.
probably ain't. But we'll see.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be sending Bob an uppercut. So there's
Yeah. All right.
All right, kids. Well, like I said, yellow snow. Don't do it. Okay, bye.